So this Waldzither is, like all Waldzithers, very cool, and the tuning gears are the first thing anybody notices about this instrument. I use a drum tension key, but you can use a boiler key for this. But I thought I'd make a quick video about how I put new strings on this thing, because you essentially need a double loop end, with a loop end on this side and the other end kind of looping across here. And it's okay with the bass strings where it's got a lot of grip, but when you've got unwound strings, how do you get two loop ends and get it so that you can get it into the right pitch within this little part of travel? So keep watching if you want to know that. So you can buy loop end strings, but if you find it hard to find those, you can just get one with a little ball end here, and I've got these big snippers here which I'm going to just cut, being careful not to cut the actual string, and cut the ball there. So the ball's out of there, the string's pretty good, and this will easily loop over the desired tuner here. And I kind of, that will kind of bend to shape once it's in position. I like to put the factory wound end on the head because it's the neatest. I mean, if you can do it neater than me, then yeah, you might want to do it the other way around. But put that, so you hook that onto that end. This is a kind of a standard guitar A string, steel string, and I put it all the way back there, and just put a little, do this one-handed, put a little corner on this side. So now I've got a corner to work with, and I know that if I make a twist from that corner there, it'll be the right length. Next bit's the tricky bit. Now you either need somebody to help you do this or rig up a jig like I've got. So I put my drill in the vise and I've tied a shoelace down there, and I've made a bit of a makeshift pedal, so if I push my foot there, I get the drill to work. So I've got two hands to do the string winding. I've also got a bit of metal that I bent into a hook, but you could use a tent peg. Find something about the same diameter as the loop end needs to fit over on the instrument. I mean this bit here. So try and find something around the same diameter as that, maybe a bit bigger. But I'll show you how you can adjust the sizes for that. Right, so the way I've been doing it, now you can figure out your own best way, because I'm not a Waldzither player myself, but I start off slow with them both going up. Oops, that wasn't slow. I'm going to switch gears until I've done quite a loose curl, kind of teardrop shape, and then I crank the angle down and get a hard wind. Now, when you're holding the main length of the string going up, keep taking the twist out of it, because as the drill turns, you're going to put coils into the main string, so you don't want it to end up all curly. And then that's plenty. Now, it doesn't look like a factory job, but it'll hold, and that's the important thing. And it doesn't look bad at all. It looks much neater on the unwound strings, so I enjoy those. So I'm just going to cut the end off here, and then I'm going to feed it through. I'm going to put the factory end wound bit through here. And the other end. Now this is quite good. I'm quite happy with this because it's not quite, it's just the right length for the tuner there. And to get it on, I'm actually going to use some pliers. 1 second. I'm just going to hold these bits, hold this bit with my pliers, and until I've got it. Oh, it's hard to do on the camera. 1 second. Great. Now, although that was really fiddly, it's actually better to have it a bit fiddly and get a good length of the string so that when you start cranking this up, you've got plenty of travel. I'm going to do it by hand first till it gets to rough tension. Right, now that's getting difficult to turn by hand now, so I'm going to go and get my drum key again. There we go. That's how to string a Waldzither.